Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special interview, special conversation. I've always been one that doesn't like to use the word interview. I want to say conversation because we are having a conversation about an important issue that is happening. And there's a special event that is happening on July 28th, as you've seen, with the legal assistance for seniors. And we do have a special guest here with us today. And this is Shawna Reeves, who will be here to talk more about the event, give us a little more insight, and give us a little more, a little bit of history too about the organization and why it's important for us today, and indeed important for our seniors. So I am extremely honored today to have Shawna with us here, and of course to also partner and be working together on July 28th. I hope you can make that event. Tell your friends. If you're not in the Bay Area, let your friends know. Let the people out here know that this is happening, and let them know how they can get involved. As we know, we want to make sure that we're taking care of our elderly in the communities, and and everywhere else too. Hopefully this information helps support not just people in the Bay Area, but people all over the world as we give them this information. And because if we can equip people with knowledge about certain things, then I think that's a step ahead. So without much ado, please join me in welcoming the amazing Shawna Reeves here today to talk to us about this event and shed more light. Welcome to Storytime, Shawna.
Hi.
And Gabe.
Ariel. You want to say hi? Thanks for having me.
No, this is great. I'm glad that you're here today with us, and it's always so interesting to see like how I feel like our relationship has kind of been growing slowly, bit by bit, meeting in person, and here we are.
I love it.
I know that in what capacity are you here today? First of all, maybe where are you joining us from?
From Oakland, California, like you. Yes. Just a few blocks from Fairyland. I'm very pleased that my son and I can walk to Fairyland on the 28th. That'll be really nice.
Awesome. And what is Fairyland? Because I know that maybe, some people know, but not everybody knows what Fairyland is.
Yeah, Fairyland is a magical park in Oakland right near the lake. And rumor has it that it was the inspiration for Disneyland. What else about Fairyland? When I had my son, I knew we were close by, but I didn't realize what a huge role Fairyland would play in our lives. And now we have a season pass, so we just go whenever we want, and it's basically our backyard. Living in an apartment.
It's not too shabby a backyard to have.
It's not too shabby, exactly. And then it was really difficult for us to have it shut down for part of the pandemic. Understandable, but then when there was a rumor that it might not open up,
right?
Man, yeah. And you were part of that fundraiser, right?
Oh,
to get it back on track.
I was honored. It was just to have been thought of for such an important place. I know people who've grown up in Oakland and how just special the stories that they've shared and everything that they've shared, and to be a part of that, to feel like I played a little part in that whole thing was just I'm still so proud of. Yeah.
You and Boots Riley and Kamala Harris, and
that was something. I was like, oh my goodness, all these people I look.
Well, you were who we were looking forward to. I remember when we were playing it on the television that I didn't know how moved I would be. So I was sitting there with Gabriel, a little tear coming in. I was really grateful. And then I think they decided to reopen the next week.
Yes. No, that was exciting. And a big thank you really to David Diggs and and who else partnered with him? I think it was
Raphael Cassell, right?
Raphael Cassell. Yes. No, that was just amazing what they did.
They brought the star power. So wonderful.
For sure. No, hats off. And I was actually at Fairyland recently, but we have an event that is coming. Let me just pop it up. And of course, we want to talk about the event, but also I know that this event is being organized by Legal Assistance for Seniors. So, what is Legal Assistance for Seniors? And first of all, too, Who is Shawna? I guess that's where we should be starting from.
I'm a Peter LaMotta fan. I am a mom to Gabriel. I am a geriatric social worker. And I work at Legal Assistance for Seniors, which makes me really happy. It's actually a place I want to work for a really long time. So now that I'm getting to do it, I'm just like so happy.
No, I mean, please, you can read Shawna's bio profile on our website, and also it's up on our socials right now. But just you have quite the resume. Like it's amazing. But how did you end up with legal assistance for seniors, and why is this important to you?
Sure. Well, he did what all children want to do, which is find the phone. How he's running around with it. So
I love it.
Yeah. So I've been a geriatric social worker for about 2 decades more, I think. And I was doing what I considered like consumer protection social work, working with elders who had been trapped in subprime predatory mortgages.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I had gone to a conference in Oakland in 2006, I believe. It might have been, no, I think it was their second, 2007. Sorry, now he wants the password.
No, it is.
So he, yes. Okay, 1 second.
No, you're all good. But while you're checking in with Gabe, this is this is gold. I love it.
Good history. Okay, it's gold. It is. Although I really dislike the cell phone part because then
this is great. No, this is what parenting is. And
okay, that's true.
Doing amazing work on top of parenting. This is what it is.
Welcome to parenting. So yes, great, good job. So he so there's this elder abuse conference that Legal Assistance for Seniors started holding every year starting in 2006. I went in 2007 and it was incredible because I show up at this conference. I was like, oh, this is what this is my field, elder justice. I didn't realize that was even a thing necessarily. I was working on consumer issues, but elder consumer issues. So from that point on, basically everyone I met at the Legal Assistance for Seniors conference became my mentors or friends, and I still work with them. And so it's been my goal to eventually work there someday. And I remember telling the executive director, Jim Trajari, that, and then an opportunity came up and I got to do it. So I'm so happy. But I got it.
Yeah.
Gabriel is shopping.
No, this is good. And then I know too, like, why has it been, I mean, you're in this job that you do, and I get your passion, and I, like your love for it. Why are we doing this event that is happening on the 28th? Why this event? And I know we mentioned already why Fairyland is special and why this event.
Right. So LAS, Legal Assistance for Seniors, offers services that are incredibly intergenerational. So if something happens to a child's parents in Alameda County and they can no longer take care of the child, or maybe they passed on, Legal Assistance for Seniors helps grandparents get guardianship of those children, which is very important to keep them in their own families. And there are other ways that LAS serves families. So, for instance, they're helping elders locate services that can help them stay safe in their homes. And then that allows like their adult children to go and keep their jobs, because a lot of people end up quitting their jobs to take care of parents. And it can be really, really tough socially, financially. It can be really devastating to families. And so Legal Assistance for Seniors can help with that too. Legal Assistance for Seniors' main thing right now is helping elders stay housed, because as you know, Oakland is tops for rents, tops for sales of homes, and then we're just seeing so many evictions, even though we have great renters protections in Oakland. it's one of the reasons that we decided we wanted Carol Fife at our event, because she's been such a champion for housing.
Oh yeah, no, that's amazing. Yeah, and you mentioned, Councilwoman Carol Fife. Is thinking in that too. Like, we have Carol Fife there. Who else is on this lineup? Who else is coming? And like, why did we invite those other people too?
Sure. Well, in terms of politicians, we have Alameda County Supervisor and President of the board, Keith Carson. Dave Brown, also on the County Board of Supervisors, and then the Mayor's Commission on Aging Chairperson, Brian Ricks. So that rounds out our speakers.
Yeah.
And so that's exciting. And then for entertainment, we have you, which is really the reason everyone's going to come. And then we also have the Bay Area's finest DJ ever.
I cannot wait.
Who I grew up listening to on KMEL and then later KPFA, and I'm just like, how can we make this event super Oakland? Oh, we can have DVD, Mr. Lamada, Carol Fife. So the idea is to make it both intergenerational and then super Oakland.
Yeah.
And DVD also co-authored a children's book, so there's that as well.
Oh, we need to make that connection more.
Yeah, with Jeff Chang. Yeah, he did. So that's gonna be exciting. And we haven't had an event at LAS in over 2 years, obviously, because of the pandemic. And one of my favorite things about LAS was every year they would have these very warm get-togethers, and even better. And then they would ask me to come, and I was always honored, and I loved it. And so this is really a chance to get that back on track.
No, that's amazing. I'm glad that you're able to do this, and I know too. There are many. We have so many families vary, seniors vary. How do you And I know not one organization can do all the work. How can we as a community get involved? How can we as a community, why should we know about senior care or senior wellness? Why is that important?
Right. So, and I was gonna say also, the pandemic's been hard on so many people, especially hard on elders, and elders of color. What? In 1 minute.
Yeah. No.
He's asking now for McDonald's. He's trying to order McDonald's on my phone. I'm gonna see what he's done after this. So yes, the pandemic devastated entire communities. It was so hard, and so coming back online, sort of. I mean, now we're being hit with variant after variant,
right?
But to really make sure that we can take care of those elders that have just had so rough for the past 2.5 years, and support them through these services. I mean, I can't imagine coming out of this pandemic being so scared as an elder, being told to stay in your home, don't go shopping, and now they're hit with a housing crisis. So really supporting those elders, and it's what Legal Assistance for Seniors has done since 1976. So obviously they're very good at it.
Yes.
But it's something for us to care about, just because I think we should care about our elders anyway. But also because it's just been so rough. This pandemic has just been so hard. We also provide community education. So that's something that elders, but also their families, can partake in. So talks about elder care, how to find good quality elder care. That's a question I've had for 20 years I've been doing this. And LAS gives a presentation on it. Or health insurance counseling. So once you hit 65, you become Medicare eligible, but the whole system is very complex. And
right.
So LAS has a bunch of volunteers.
And that's the thing that you mentioned.
And also,
please go ahead.
Oh, just people can volunteer, because you asked about how people can get involved.
Right.
And people can volunteer to become health insurance counseling program counselors.
Yeah.
That's one way.
No, I honestly didn't know that. And so this is, valuable information for me. And I hope somebody else listening out there too, we can try and find ways to get involved. And Yeah, and just a reminder to people that today we are talking with Shawna Reeves, and she's from Legal Assistance for Seniors. And we have an event that is coming up on July 28th. It's going to be an amazing celebration of our community. And that's the one right there. So we'll be at Fairyland, and you can sign up, register, and you can also go to our Storytime page, our Storytime website, and you can find that link to sign up and registration for this event. So come support this organization, and also, you know, our seniors in turn. But yeah, just getting back to more on this. You mentioned families and how they can help, and I know that, you know, our seniors will need the families. But we also, you know, you think of Oakland and just how eclectic it is. We have so many people from so many backgrounds, and at times we have people, you know, we have undocumented people. We have families that whose, because of the systems, for far too long, people are scared to reach out to these authorities. You mentioned this being you know, signing up for things being complicated. So how are we helping target those groups particularly to help them access these services?
And that's what's nice about legal assistance for seniors. It exists outside of the criminal legal system, and so you don't need to worry necessarily about law enforcement. It's up to the elder how they want to handle their situation. I just read recently about the Attorney General having a strike force now to help elders face, or anyone facing illegal evictions. So say a landlord's like, you have to be out in 48 hours. It's like, that's going to be really a helpful tool for many people, and for others it's not, because they're going to be really afraid of getting law enforcement involved in any way. So legal assistance for seniors with attorneys who work in the civil justice system outside of law enforcement is something that the elders wouldn't need to worry about, because it is a major concern. I totally agree, being within the system at all. What I really love about legal assistance for seniors is it's directed by the elder. So the way it works with attorneys is your attorney acts in your best interest.
Right.
The attorney works for a private organization. Whatever you're telling them is confidential and privileged. And so that's what's really nice about elders. They can know that they can trust this attorney.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. And then, are there any particular? I know you know, we've mentioned families kind of over and over in this whole thing, because it is tied in. And I hope, you know, you'd hope that at least our seniors would have some family that would be there to assist them in different ways. But is there any special training that happens, or any special, you know, like events that happen for just training family members? Because I mean, we have elders in our families, but we will be elders at one point in our lives. Hopefully, you know, like we live that long, and then we, you know, or just community members. So are there any special like trainings or things like that that happen for family members?
Like how to access services, or how to care for elders. Yeah, so that's one of the wonderful things about LAS too, is they're so connected to other orgs that do provide those sorts of services. Legal assistance for seniors gives so many trainings that I cannot in my head remember all of them. So they very well may well.
And so they're trying to give resources, but
yeah, there's also Senior Disability Action in the East Bay, and they have something called Senior University, I believe is what it's called, and it's exactly what you're saying. It's like, okay, I'm a senior now, or I'm a family member trying to help a senior. What do I need to know? So these there's really wonderful resources out there for things like that. It's also so hard to cover it all. So I think that's why many of the presentations are more bite-sized, because we can only, as human beings, absorb so much.
And you know, like, it is important, I think, just planting that seed too, and making people realize, there are these resources that you can reach to, or like we can point you to this other thing that is happening. No, I love that. And then just also thinking too, like, what is one thing that brings you the most joy in the work that you do?
There's so much, so it's so hard. When I got out of grad school, I hadn't had any experience working with elders. I got my graduate degree in social work, and I love my grad school, but there was exactly one course I could take on working with elders. So coming out, I didn't know much, and I got my first job working as a geriatric case manager. They took a chance on me, even though I didn't know anything. And it was that job in San Jose actually that said, oh, this is my population.
Yeah.
This is who I want to work with. I appreciate, I don't think this is stereotyping, but elders like me, they're kind of like, there's all this technology out there. I'm from Silicon Valley. I was surrounded by it, but I don't need it all the time. And I love that about working with elders.
Yeah.
They don't need the latest technology. They actually like really want to talk to you face to face.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that, the kind of like slowing down aspect of elderhood and not wanting everything done on an iPad or
whatever. No, I can actually speak to that just yesterday because I'll be, like I'm moving right now, like in the process of moving as we talked about earlier. But I did call into the EBMA, the water company, and I was trying to get move my accounts and stuff. And I went online. There was an option to work online, but I still preferred to call and somebody. And even when they told me, it's like, oh, you can do this on your own on this part. Oh, I was like, I'm already here. Can you just walk me through? And then I know I've done things right. So, like I totally hear that part when you talk about it. It definitely rings true with me.
Right. Yeah. So you also might have that in your heart, an elder at heart.
Yes.
Yeah, I just really enjoy it. Also, you can work with like kids, adults, elders. Elders, they get to choose how they want to live too, and I feel like that's really helpful. And they live so much life, and they have so many stories for you, and I just find it a joy. Even though the work that I do can get hard, I'm just always finding a lot of inspiration.
And I know that there's that hard part of the work. And, here, like for story time, and as you know, like over time, that's one of the things that I've made, like it is part of the mission to talk about those hard issues, to talk about real life, and present it to young ones, who are joining us today, who join us every day. Like what are some of those difficulties that may happen? What are some of those things that may happen? And then maybe a young person right now, they're 6, 7, and they're thinking like, there's nothing I can do. What can little ones like that do? But also like just thinking about it is, what are some of those hard things that our elders go through? And I know you mentioned some a little bit at the start, but like maybe even just one or two that some of those hard things. And
so they can go through a lot. And I think that's what really amazes me too. I've worked with elders in foreclosure, elders about to lose everything to a scam, and they've still got, it's not an unrealistic hope, but they've still got some hope, and they still like
yay.
It's hard. It's really hard to describe, and it's probably similar to how how with your students. Well, they can be going through so much, and then they'll still have so much insight and so much like keeping them going. And it's really an inspiration, because I think we can all like sit here with our woes. Things are so hard, and then it's like, oh my God, I'm privileged to be sitting here with a 95-year-old who's also gone through a lot, both early in life and now later in life, and it's still plugging along, and and that doesn't make it okay that these things happen, but it's really it's incredible. It's just a privilege to be with them too while they're going through these things.
No, I really this is why what you do is so important. Like what your organization does is so important, because as it leads us, you think of all these things that are happening, and to think that these others have people that they can talk to, and people that are trying to help them. And I think it's very important, especially I think, coming from Zambia and seeing how to hear like how times families here, our elders seem at times very isolated. It's versus like, in a country like Zambia, you have a little more support.
Right.
And it's just a given at times, like when you reach a certain age, you're going to live with your kids or you're going to do this. And it's just like those things in place. And I hope that, I hope that more people can do that here, and that, like I know it's hard, but we can get more supports that can allow people to do things like that. But
yes, exactly. Yeah, no, totally. And I do often think about it in an international context. I was so excited. We were asked to give a presentation at an international conference
yeah,
in New York about elder justice, and then I was up there on the thinking, oh man, because we have to offer in so many ways. The United States of America does not do this correctly. I mean, we've got the nursing, and so what was delightful though was that we had an international audience, right? So they were telling me this exact thing, and I totally understood.
yeah,
But they said, but like the American way of doing things is coming into our countries too. So
yes,
so that's frightening. And
yeah,
then so I guess what I did have to offer in terms of the small things that we've been able to accomplish in America to counteract these trends could be helpful to them too, as the
yeah,
same sorts of nursing homes and home equity loans make it into their countries.
yeah,
So, but yeah, but I also think, wow, we really do not treat our elders well in this country. So it's a tall order to try and reverse that.
yeah,
And that's not to say that it's universal here. They think that there
yes,
are people here, and there are different cultures here that do it well. But we have so much to learn.
yeah,
Um, and then just from like a government standpoint,
yeah,
I don't so much to do. I don't
yeah.
know if that's making much sense,
No, it is.
but
It absolutely makes sense, and just like just like the work itself, it is complex. So
mm-hmm.
like it's not a black or white answer. Like
Yeah,
it is very complex, and I
yeah,
appreciate that. And but just
yeah.
also like you mentioned working, like people learning from that, and this is something because I know that at times, in even in societies, other societies, as you're saying, things are changing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there are people who are always, like some people who are, like they are predatory. And
Yes.
so they're thinking, oh, there's an elderly person, I can get this, I can do this, and they're just trying to, scam them. They're trying to get as much as they can from them. And so just thinking that there are people like you, people like, your organization that are out there looking out for our elders. And like this information, I hope for me it's really like right now there's so much that I'm learning in just this time that we've interacted. And I
Oh.
hope that, everybody that is joining in, like it has the same impact. I'm sure it will have, an impact on people, and so that we can see ways in which we can get involved, ways
Hmm.
in
Love
support.
that.
Yeah, ways in which we can support. And for sure I will be reaching out so that we can definitely do more
Thank
things together. And
thank
then
you.
yeah, no, this is such amazing work. And then for everybody that is joining in too, please share this video, share these messages with others, friends. Let them know, because everybody knows somebody. We know a grandparent, we know a neighbor, we know somebody that could benefit from this information, and so please share widely. Let people know. And sometimes that's the best that we can do. Maybe we cannot contribute materially, maybe we cannot contribute financially, but we can at least share the
Mm-hmm.
message, spread the knowledge, right? And I know I'll let you go very shortly, but just with this event that's happening on the 28th,
Mm-hmm.
um what like what should why should people come? I know you've mentioned so many things. There'll be dancing, there'll be some storyteller, I don't know
Yeah.
who, there'll be all these things happening, there'll be DJ. Why should they come? Why else should they come to this event?
Yeah. I think for all the reasons that you've outlined, I do think of legal assistance for seniors as this hidden gem in Alameda County.
Yeah,
And people know about it. It was one of the delightful things that when I told people I have started working there, I've not heard one person say a negative thing. They all say that place is outstanding. That I had such good luck with this situation. And this is like, oh, and so it's just a really lovely hidden gem, and that's why it's such an honor to be on here with you and have you sharing it with the broader community and sharing my enthusiasm
yeah,
for LES and for the work it does.
yeah.
Um, what should people know about the event? Yeah, there will be
Yes,
one storyteller. I'm not sure which one. I think it's Gabriel just ordered his own Happy Meal, so we'll see what
Yay for independence!
Speaking of the food at the event, that's sour. There will be kids meals that we asked they model after Happy Meals. So there's that for the children. For the adults, there's Pink's Catering, which is a well-known caterer in Alameda County that is going to be preparing delicious food for the adults. And then we will have beverages by 21st Amendment Brewery, which leads to all the dancing. And we'll actually have the park. And so for kids, we're always going to Fairyland during the day, but it's kind of special to be there in the evening too.
In the evenings, yeah.
In the evening. And the Jolly Trolley will be running, and then the small child carousel towards the back. And so that will be lovely. And then if kids really want to explore with their parents, they can go to other parts of the park as well. I think all the happening fun stuff will be back by the Emerald City stage where we'll be, but there's opportunity to see more. But yeah, I mean, like I said, when Fairyland almost was about to maybe go under, I was like in panic mode. So this is really a nice way to celebrate that it exists. It's just this beautiful jewel in the community, and that we can do something like a legal assistance for seniors event there. I know that for some people, it's like, wait, it's at Fairyland? And some of my friends were like, can kids come? And I said, it's Fairyland. And then we're also, I failed to mention, going to be having the opportunity for intergenerational photographs. So our photographer has said that he can take people's photos. So if they want to come and you bring your own grandparent or your parent or your kids, he'll be taking photos for people. Another pandemic thing that people haven't really been able to do is to have their family photos taken. So that's another thing that we're going to have offered, and it didn't fit into the little flyer. So.
No, that's awesome. No, like you say, it takes a village. It takes a village to do this amazing work. And it sounds like, you're bringing a village, and there's so many people. Thank you, Fairyland. Thank you, L Industries, like everybody that is joined in. 21st Amendment, right? 21st Amendment Industries, and like anybody else, that is there, that is supporting this. It's amazing. Thank you. And to, like everybody that is turning up, to know that this conversation will be carrying on, and we have people who roam the corridors of power, and hopefully, they continue to champion that message in there as well. No, this is just so lovely. Thank you so much, Shawna, for being here on Storytime today, for all the work that you do, being a superhero every single day, and also on top of that, being a mom. We appreciate you. And no, I just want to really, like, personally too, I'm just I'm in awe of this amazing work. And it's just I've known you for a little bit now, and to know this extra aspect is just now. And please continue to shine.
The feeling is so mutual. The feeling is, I know we've met on Zooms and at book fairs, but this is really nice to have this time with you too. And I'm in awe of you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And please continue to shine the light. And as soon as you mentioned this and I saw what it was, I was just like, no, there's no way I am not turning up for this event. Thank you so much. And I have been educated. And so I'll say, if there's one thing that this collaboration, this partnership has brought about, is that there's one more educated person about senior welfare out there. And and I will do my best. I promise you, I'll do my best to spread the message, and hopefully
you've already done so much.
Continue to grow our village. No, I absolutely appreciate it, and thank you. And everybody, please join us on the 28th. We'll be there. Fairyland, yes, Fairyland. The inspiration for Disneyland, yes. So Fairyland is happening. Please come and join us. Think of your entry fees as donations to this wonderful organization, and you can also donate on the website and continue, this work can be furthered. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. I will see you on the 28th, of course. course, see you on Storytime every weekday at 7 a.m. and 11 Pacific time, but also see you on the 28th. I'm excited for this event. We'll be there, and also there'll be a few free little gifts from Storytime. So please come on out, and let us support our seniors. And if you know a neighbor, you know a friend, share this message with them. Knowledge is power. Let us continue working together in making sure that everybody is a little bit better than they were yesterday. Thank you so much for being here, Shawna. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
On the other side, thank you so much. Yes, don't go away yet.
Okay.
All right, everybody. That was Shawna Reeves joining us from Legal Assistance for Seniors. We have a little bit more of information of what they do, and seniors out there, please, this organization, reach out. It is there for you. Young ones, keep this in mind. This organization is there. Help out our neighbors, help out our friends. Let's spread the message. Let's continue to do the good work in our communities. As you know, justice, good work, though, that never ends. The work continues. We can't sit on our laurels. We have to continue working. It's an ongoing, it's an active process. So please reach out, find out ways in which you can help. And if you have any more questions for Shawna, or indeed legal assistance for seniors, and you have my contacts, you have my details, please reach out to me. I will definitely do my best to make sure that I connect you with the right people. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. And of course, we'll see you again for more Storytime tomorrow, and of course, days to come. And if you miss Storytime, please remember that you can always find it on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook at Storytime with Mr. Limada, and of course on our website at storytimewithmrlimada.com. Educate, inform, and indeed together, we're learning together. That's the only way that we can move forward. Remember, we have to evolve. Life is changing, is moving fast, and we have to adapt. We have our seniors need to be protected from cyber scams. They need to be protected from so many things. And if it's only as we get this knowledge and share it, and we're aware, that we can be helping our communities. Thank you so much for joining in. I'll see you again tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the story today. And most of all, I hope you enjoyed this lovely conversation that we had today with Shawna Reeves, who's doing amazing work in our community. And of course, learning more about legal assistance for seniors. This has been Storytime for today. We'll see you again tomorrow. Much love from me. And of course, Shawna, who was here, and Gabe, who was here with us. Bye-bye.